Steve McNair shot dead. Apparently, it looks like it was his girlfriend, Sahel Kazemi, who was 20 years old. I'll tell you what we do know. The gun that was used to shoot him was registered to her. She bought it apparently 2 days earlier. She was arrested on a DUI with riding in an Escalade that she co-owned with Steve McNair. My guess is that he put up a large majority of the funding for that Escalade. And she was arrested for a DUI, and Steve McNair bailed her out. And after she got bailed out, she apparently bought this gun. 2 days later, he winds up dead in the apartment, and he's got multiple gunshot wounds, 2 to the head, 2 to the chest, and then she's got 1 wound in her head, and she's also dead. She fell on the gun. So it certainly looks like a murder-suicide, and might it be because he said, hey, we can't do this anymore, because he's married and has a bunch of kids, and that she did not react well to that? That certainly seems to be the most likely scenario right now. You never know, but that certainly seems to be the case. We do know that it was her gun. They'll test to see if there was any gunpowder on her hand, to see if she did the shooting, and do some further tests to see if they can identify what exactly happened on that day. JR.
Yeah, and just to add to maybe the possibilities, because they said everything looks that way, but the part they said is missing is the motive. But because they said in most cases someone would say, oh, I saw this, oh man, I could see this coming, or it was a turbulent relationship, maybe there was some police, whatever filing, something maybe happened to lead up to it. But I don't need all those normal things that happen when something like this happens to know that. I mean, the one part did say that she was expecting him to divorce his wife. She was preparing to move in with him. That's the signal right there. Maybe it wasn't going to happen all of a sudden, you know?
Yeah, to which I say, of course that's the motive. And it happened. She bought the gun right after the DUI arrest. That's a perfectly logical time that Steve McNair would have said, hey, listen, man, I was in the car with you. That Escalade I'm co-owner of. My wife's going to find out about this, and I can't have it. You're 20 years old. I got a bunch of kids. Yeah, I mean, I met you at a Dave & Buster's. This shit is not cool, right? So, and Steve McNair is a great guy, and the fact that he was having an affair doesn't necessarily not make him a great guy. Look, everybody's got issues in their lives, right? He gave a tremendous amount to charity. Everybody says he was fantastic around Nashville. By all accounts, he was fantastic to his family. Obviously, this is tragic and doesn't help, to say the least. But, you know, I think the motive is clear. He probably broke up with her, and she couldn't take it.
This is the question I had, because I heard about it on Saturday, and that's when I texted you. When I wasn't really near a computer or TV or that, but I was just on the beach. And then so I was like, well, I hadn't heard about it for a couple of days. I assumed somebody broke it in. I didn't know any details. It was all assumptions at that point. Then I hear probably Monday morning, they're like, oh, can you believe this? All the details that are coming about Steve McNair's life. It's horrible in his death that this happens, and people are saying these horrible things about him. I was like, oh, shit, what did he do? You know, he's run some kind of prostitution ring. Was he killing people? You know,
was he a PIMP?
Yeah, was he catfighting instead of dog? I don't know what was going on. So they said, could you believe it? He was having an affair with this woman.
Yeah,
I said, well, as soon as they said he and a woman died in the place, I said, well, okay, what up? Please give me the story now.
Yeah. Where's the question?
Professional athlete. I can't believe people are saying these horrible things. He went out and had an affair. You know he's married?
Of course! I mean, come on, how many times do I have to say it? You already told me he was an NFL player, so I had already assumed that he was having an affair. Now, you know, I'm not sure that I would have gone in that direction. She didn't look all that great, if you ask me. You know, it's not worth risking, apparently, your life, which he, of course, didn't know about, but risking your marriage over that? You know?
Maybe she's a good person. She was 20 years old.
Yeah, maybe she's a good person until she shot you 4 times, twice in the head and twice in the chest. Yeah, it doesn't look like she was a good person.
I mean, that begs the question. Does that mean that he's remembered as an asshole now? Or, because people, you know, some people are mad because they're saying that. I can't believe they're saying that. And other people are mad because they're like, I can't believe he did that. Really, should we even care? Really? I mean, the people who should care is his family, number one. And a lot of people who marry athletes know what they're getting into. Many of them do. So, I mean, I think the first thing to do is get our noses out of whether or not we're going to judge him. I hate how people want to judge somebody all of a sudden, especially right after something like this happens. Can you believe that? Oh, Steve McNair was this. Really?
No. I'm not even having that conversation. I'm not allowing it.
It's being had is what annoys
Well,
me.
if people are having it, I'm going to go ahead and give a full pardon to Steve McNair, and we're now beyond it, okay? Yeah, look, people have affairs. It's not the right thing. He's got 4 kids at home, etc., okay? You don't get shot over that. That's wrong, man. And you don't call a whole guy's legacy busted because he had an affair. It was apparently with some crazy chick, right? Look, let me tell you a little story about Steve McNair. When he was coming out, he was a phenomenal quarterback. But back then, I mean, he's old school, and I remember this growing up. They didn't allow black quarterbacks. They frowned upon it. They didn't like it. I mean, to this day, if you're growing up, you might not even know that. But back in the day, that's how it was. And they said to him, you should be a defensive back or a wide receiver. You know, basically, know your place, right? Know your role. And he said, no, I'm going to go and be a quarterback. And if you like, you like. You don't like, you don't like. But that's the way I'm going to do it. Now, look, you might not think that's a big deal, but I think it's a big deal. I mean, when we're talking about Michael Jackson being a trendsetter and breaking barriers, etc., I mean, here was a guy who put his career on the line to break barriers, and he did it actively, and he made that choice. And like I said before, by all accounts, was a fantastic guy. And the reason I liked him was because, man, did he fight hard on the field. I'm a football fan. That's what I am, okay? And when I saw Steve McNair playing, even was for the Titans and for the Ravens, and I'm a Steelers fan, I respected that guy because he fought like hell. So it sucks what happened to him, and I don't want to really have a conversation about whether he was a bad guy because he had an affair. Full and complete pardon for what that's worth. But not so for the girlfriend, man. You know, affairs of the heart and passion, la la la. You bought that gun 2 days ago, bitch. Man, just do the suicide first. What are you going to do a murder-suicide for? You're going to deprive that guy of the rest of his life and his kids, etc., because you're crazy, emotional bitch ass. We couldn't take the fact that you were going to get dumped and you were nothing but, you know, side action. Commit to suicide first. I mean, that applies for all murder-suicides. Reverse the order, okay? Spare everybody else. If you're going to be a clown and shoot yourself in the head, go with that action first before you go killing everybody.